This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, I'm sharing the screen, guys. Able to see?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Yes.
Yes, Priya.
what is database? We will see first. Okay. So, database is, we know that, okay, it is to store a data. Simple. We have to store a data. Database is used to, okay. First thing is to store a data. Then we have to update, we have to delete, or we have to perform some operations like store a data, and operations are manipulation. Like we add users and we remove users. Okay, so whenever any application is developed, it has database. So what users we create, so whenever you log into a Facebook or you create an account in the Facebook, right? So the data what we provide, the username and your password, your first name, last name, everything will be stored in the database, right? So any application if we take, there will be behind the scenes, there will be the data that will be stored. So even in case of Amazon, all the data that we order something, that is stored in the database. So everyone knows database is to store the data, right? So now we have database management system. So what this management system will do? Okay, so database management system, DBMS, it is systematic way where we actually store a data, manipulate, and there are set of rules what we store the data. So whatever data we store, that should be unique, it should not be redundant. Like if we are storing one user information multiple times, that is not needed, right? We have to store a one user information at a once only. So how actually we maintain this data, we will see with the help of this database management system. So DBMS is database management system, and the programming language or the queries that we write are with this SQL. SQL is structured query language. So this query language is used to retrieve the data. So retrieve the data means to get the data. Okay. To get the data or to update the data or to create a data as well, we use this SQL, structured query language. Okay. So there are some examples, the query languages, my MS Access, MySQL, Oracle. You might have heard about all this,
Remember.
MySQL and Oracle. Okay. So and others are there. There are some other languages as well. Okay, Postgres, SQL, pgadmin. These are some of the other MongoDB that are also the commonly used software to work with the data. Okay, so all these are here and there same. So we will store a data, we will update the data. Okay, why we update? Like whenever you create a user, so we change the address or you put some order, so order table needs to be updated. So how actually that all things are taken care, we will see. Okay, so first of all, we will see about how we, like what is need of the SQL or why we need a database. Now, any application is created. You can say that okay, I can store a data in the Excel sheet also, right? We can store a data in Excel. Everyone knows Excel.
Yes.
Yes, so why we need a table? We can store like we are creating user, so user, username. Okay, we can store last name and then we can provide this information for the our application, yes, that is also possible, but it will be very tedious to maintain. Like if you have so many users and users from particular city you want to search, or users who ordered or who placed order on particular date or particular month, what is the other details, like that, all things will be much more complex, we cannot do. And excel will be like, if there is huge data, it will not be fast also, and it has limitations. And you can store repeat data, like the unique data you cannot, or it will have a lot of duplicate rows also. So excel doesn't have any condition that it will take only the unique data, right? It will take any user. So if you give test user 1, so that same user you can create multiple times, so we are able to store. So excel is not a good idea to store the data. Also we can store, but it will create lot of complications. So then programmers invented MySQL or structured query language to work with the DBMS and store the data in the systematic tables. Now what is table, we will see. Okay, so what is database? Database is collection of tables. Database is collection of tables. What is table? Table will have a rows and column. So how we have in the Excel row, okay, this is a row and this is a column. We have table also kind of a row and column, okay, and there can be conditions you can apply, like each row or each column, the column should have unique values. So there are some added features, we will see that. So what is database? Database is a collection of tables, and table will store a data in the format of row and column. Table will store the data in rows and columns, okay. Now database has like RDBMS relational database, where there is a relation between the multiple tables that you have. Okay, so we will try to understand what is relational database or what you have. Table is row and column. So these are rows and this is column. Okay, and consider this table is user table. Okay, now, each user, if you think about Amazon, each user will place order, right? Okay. So each user will place a order and each user will place multiple orders, right? So we will store orders in the different table. So we are storing users in user table and orders in the order table. Now, is it clear? Okay, fine. How we are storing the data or why we are storing it in other table? Any question? Okay. So let me create one example. Okay, this is test user 1 and name is test and last name is ABC, consider. And if we are storing it in a same table, we are storing it in a same table order. So he placed the order number 101. Okay, 1010 is the order number. Then that date, on a particular date he ordered. Okay, maybe today's date we will give, okay, and on this date the order, and order has some price, okay, some, this is, okay, not this, okay, 201 is the order price and this is the amount the person paid. Okay, the same user will place another order. Okay, 1020 is the order ID on the same day maybe. Okay, and the price is now different. Okay, so now this data will be again duplicate. Okay, yes, user is same, name is same, last name is also same. Okay, so what we have to do now? Now a user placed a 10 orders, means the orders are different, but this data is duplicate, right? So if we separate this, if you have 10 users and altogether 10 users can place 1000 orders, so not to have duplicate data, we create separate tables. Now we will try to understand what is SQL, like what is or why we have to store the tables separate. Why we have to keep, is it clear guys, why we have to keep it separate? No? Clear? Okay. So what is advantages of using the databases? First, it will minimize the redundancy, like it will minimize redundancy. So what is the meaning of redundancy? Like duplicate data. We don't want a duplicate data. If you are storing in Excel and then you are storing username and last name in the same row and you have orders will change. Obviously, yes or no, guys? Yes. Orders will change, the amounts will change, the items will also change in the order. A person will not, like the date will also change, the time will change. So for a same user, there will be multiple entries. Now, one set of data, which is user related data, is duplicate, which is same, and order data is changing. So what we can do is create a order table separate. Okay, so consider this is a order table, and in this you store a user ID here, and particular user ID is 101, and 101 user has placed these many orders, and you can keep only the user information. Now for a one user there is only one row, no other rows are for a same user. Like duplicate data we do not have, this user is 101, so we have to keep in the different tables. It will minimize the redundancy to a great extent. Database can control the inconsistency of a data to a large extent. Like inconsistent, now the data is consistent. Okay, you have tables, you have users. Okay, data can also be retrieved. You can find the data of a user with this user ID. Okay, this is the user ID column. Then you will be able to find the user who placed the order. Obviously, right? 101 you can find. Okay, so how to find, how to write that SQL query, we will see. The database will minimize the redundancy. Okay, database will enforce the data that is maintained, and security is also provided to a data. Like no one can access directly. There is permission needed, and those can only use this data. Okay,
Priya, can you please repeat?
and it will be faster
Hello?
in terms of manipulation, creation, updation, deletion. Yes.
Hello, Priya, can you repeat, please? Redundancy.
Okay. Redundancy means duplicate data. Redundancy means duplicate data. So now if you are creating again a same user 101 and same user test 1 with the same name, so it is not allowed. Why it is not allowed? Why we need to keep, actually one row is enough, right? We do not want a duplicate data, so database will help us in storing the data which is unique. Okay, the advantage of database is having the data unique. So now in the SQL we will not have a unique data, we can store all the data. Okay, let me create a table. Excel is not a table. Okay, so I'll create a table user. Okay, just a minute guys. Okay, so we will create a table user. Now what a table will have rows and columns. So first row will have the title. Okay, so user ID is the first column, then username, then you have user, what we store, mobile number, email of a user, okay, and address of a user, okay. So we are talking about Amazon application, so obviously address is needed, the person will get the details at that address. Now table will have the data. Now 101 is the user id, then username is user1, then mobile number is 1010 something, email is test@com, and address is something abc, okay. Now like this 102, this is another user. The user is, let us take an example of our students only, okay, Kavita, and mobile number is something, okay, and kavita @com, and address is abc. Now 103, another user is Likita, and storing the data something, and okay. Now how systematic the data is, yes. So now the data table is rows and columns, so this is the table, user table. It has rows and columns, so this is column, okay, and the rows, right. Each row is different user and each row is unique also, okay. Each row is unique. So this is about the basics. Clear?
Yes, Priya, thank you.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Now so now what is a row? Row is 101 is a row, okay. 101 row. Now if I ask you, okay, tell me the name of user whose user id is 101. Tell me.
Username is
User
user1.
one.
Okay, tell me the name of user ID 101. Okay, you are able to get that. Okay, so give me a email ID of a user with user ID 102.
It's Kavita at the rate
Kavita
DW
at
dot
At
com.
the rate tw.
Yes, correct. So now you are able to understand how the data is stored. So this row is for one unique person. Okay. We will not say that 101 person email ID is Kavita. No, right? This row is for one user, user one. This row is for Kavita. And ABC is the address of Kavita. Okay. And each row is for a different user, okay. Now so this is the data, and the database will have multiple tables. Similarly we will try to understand the table of order also, okay. So now I'll create a order table. Order table we will create, okay. In this order table, consider we have order id. Order id is unique, each order will have a order id. Then we have, for example, user id also, okay. And we have order items. Orders will have order items, maybe 2 items, 3 items, something, okay. So there will never be a space, so always there will be underscore, okay. Order items. And then order amount, okay. And after order amount what we have, for example, time, date and time. On a some particular date the order is placed. Now order id is 1101 2, okay, something. User id is 102, okay. Order items are maybe xyz a comma b comma c, I'll write, okay. These are the items. Amount is 200, okay. Date is, suppose order is placed on 10th of March, okay. We will take some more data, so I'll take some back date, okay. This is the data we have already stored, okay. Already this is there in the table. Now order 1103 is the order. Okay, and this order is placed by 103 user. Okay, and the items are also xy something, and amount is, this time it is 300, and the date is maybe 11th of March. Okay, again order, we have some other order, and this is order is again placed by 102 user. Order may be this time E and A. Okay, and the amount is, and the date is something. Okay, so every day there will be orders, right? So every day people are placing the orders and order table is updated with the data. Now next is some other user place the order. Okay, which is 101 user, he placed the order, and the items might be something, and okay, and the date is 12 only, on the same date they place the order. Okay, fine. Now order table has this data. Okay, so now tell me, if I ask you what is the order amount of order ID 11103. Yes,
300.
300.
300. 300.
yes, 300. You can see it, right? Correct. So now it is also correct, right? So each order that we are placing, each row is for particular order only. Now this 102 order is 200 amount, and this was placed on this date. This 1103 order is placed and amount is 300. Okay, this row is unique, like unique, and it is for different transaction means one entry happened, right? One order is placed, one transaction is done, the amount is deducted, the person has placed a order, so it is a transaction. Okay, some amount is completed, like payment is done. Okay, so this is a table. Like this we have a table, and table will contain a data. Okay, fine. So now there is a relation between this order and user. Yes or no? What is the relation? See, now we will understand what is relation. Okay, what is the relation here? Let me ask you one more question. Okay, so
User
with
ID.
other,
User ID. User ID.
yes, with user ID there is a relation. Yes, user ID there is a relation. Now if I ask you, okay, user Kavita, how many orders a Kavita placed? Tell me.
Two orders.
2. 2 orders.
Orders, correct. Logically, we can think that okay, Kavita ID is 102, 102 is available at two places, means Kavita plays two orders, correct. So there is a relation with the tables with this user ID, right? This user ID and this user ID is for same user, okay, and we can create a relation whenever we see that, okay, what is the order placed by Likita, what was the amount, we see 103. 103 is user ID is this. So 300 is the amount. Then we are able to understand. So there is a relation. This relation is created with the tables using the primary key and foreign key. Okay. So now what is a primary key and foreign key? We will see. Primary key is the key that is unique. Like each table should have a data unique. That is a rule. Okay. So primary key is only one primary key can be there for a one table. Okay. I'll write PK. Primary key is represented as PK. Foreign key is FK. Generally, people will write a shortcut. Okay. So one table will have only one primary key, and that primary key will always be unique. You cannot write a duplicate. Okay, there cannot be a user again with 101. You have already given 101 for a user one, means done. Like you cannot give that. It should be unique. The table will not accept. Database will give you error when you store a data which is already taken by another user. So if you use user id, it will show a error. Okay, then it will only store the primary key. Primary key will be unique, and for a one table it's only one. Okay, so now foreign key is any table primary key where you create a relation with the another table, that is a foreign key in the second table. Now foreign primary key in a first table. First table means already it is a primary key in one table. Okay. In the second table, like whenever you are creating another table, in the second table, you are using primary key as a relation, right? Primary key as a point of unique key, and based on that you are creating a relation, that is foreign key. So tables are related with each other, and we can get the data based on this foreign key primary key relation. Okay, so now a key which is already a primary key in another table, that will be a foreign key in the table. Now in this order table, we have order id is a primary key here. Okay, so order id is primary key in the which table? In order table. Okay, fine. Now whenever, when we say a primary key order id is primary key. Now tell me, can we store the duplicate order numbers like order ids in the order table?
No.
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 Yes, correct. No, we cannot store. Okay, so primary key. Okay, you can make a note. Definition of primary key. Primary key is uniquely identifies a record in the table. Okay, again, second rule of it, primary key will never be null. Okay, it cannot be null. Null means empty, like you cannot keep it blank. Okay, so even if you keep date as a blank is okay. Sometimes date is blank, or email id for a user is blank, it is fine. Address is blank, it is fine. But primary key, whichever is the column primary key, you cannot keep a blank. Okay, so unique means it should be, some value should be there, and it should be a unique value. Now, what is null? Okay, what is null? Like, suppose we have one. Okay, so let me take this fine. In this, we will create a one more row. Okay, so in this table, we will create a one more row, which is 11106. Okay, and user id is 102, and order item is a. Okay, order amount is, you have something 200. Okay, but the date is null. Okay, user missed to provide, or system is not having a date, which is okay. Okay, because you have not given any condition for this. But for primary key there is a condition. Null means the data is empty, it is okay. Or the transaction is not completed, maybe the order is not placed also, order amount will also be null, it is okay. Only if it's not a primary key. So whatever is primary key, you have to store a data. Okay, fine. Okay, now primary key is clear.
Yes.
Okay, primary key is clear for a table. Now, columns other than primary key, you can mention that columns as a unique key. Okay, so if I say mobile number should be unique. Okay, so whenever you create, you can give a unique key constraint. Okay, it is a condition. Okay, you give unique key and you give a unique key constraint means condition you give, then mobile number should be unique. Obviously mobile number should be unique only, right? Okay, now we don't need to give unique key for a name can be duplicate, right? What is unique key? Okay, we will understand. Unique key is if you specify to a particular column. Okay, unique key we specify to a column in a table. A specific column in a table, we specify that it is a unique key. It should be unique. Then it the value cannot be duplicate. Okay, it will not take duplicate. Okay. You can specify, okay, another condition which is not null. Like I want to give not null for a name can be you anything, repeat also, duplicate is also fine, but it should be not null. Like user should have at least a name. Okay, you specify this for a column in a table. Okay, if you specify not null, what is the meaning? Some value should be there. Okay, some value, duplicate doesn't matter, there is no condition, but it should have some value. Null is not okay. Okay, some value should be there. Yes, fine. Not null, unique and primary key. Okay, you want me to give another example? Unique key.
Yes, Priya.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Okay, unique key can also be applied for a email also. Each user will have or should have unique key. Like I want, whenever we are creating a table, who will give these conditions? A database developer. Okay, whenever he is creating a database, he will give these conditions to the columns so that the data is systematic. Okay, what if we are allowing, like if we do not give this unique key condition, what can happen? A person will register with same mobile number with different users again and again, so we will have a lot of incorrect data, right? User will once use the mobile number to register, again he will only forget and then he will register maybe, so we will have lot of incorrect data. We want a systematic data to store which is not duplicate, that is why we are using database. So now a developer will give this condition. So what will be the advantage of providing some conditions like this? This condition will restrict the user, will restrict the end user from providing the input. So a mobile number which is already available in the database, we are not allowed to register with the same mobile number in the Facebook or in Insta or Amazon also, right? A user already registered, we get a error because it is a unique key that is applied in the table. Okay, address also, like not address, email also, it is unique key. So unique key is applied for a particular column means it will only and only allow a user to store the data. So whenever you are creating something from the UI, obviously it is going to be updated in the database, yes or no? Everyone knows this we have discussed. So if you have UI which is front end means HTML page, that we see Amazon UI page, graphical user interface, GUI, all this we say, which has buttons, links, everything, right? So we have buttons, links, items available, we search. Then whenever you are creating, at the end it is storing in the database only. You give a mobile number and that is stored in the database, right? So now from this database we get those errors, fine. So because that is already a unique key applied, means user is not allowed to register, or like it will not take entry, database will not allow, it will not even store, will give a error that data is not stored. So these keys are used to create or maintain the data uniquely, and okay, these are some of the set of rules. These are called, in the technical language, these are called constraint. Okay, these are constraint. What are the constraints? So in interview you will get a question, what are the constraint that you have worked on or you know? The constraints are, what are the constraints? Not null, unique, primary key, foreign key. Okay, you should know at least few constraints. Now, constraint meaning is, constraint definition is, in general language it is rule, okay, but a definition I will tell you what is exactly, fine. The constraint definition is, constraint is used to limit the type of data that can go into a table. So this will ensure the accuracy, reliability of the data in the table. Okay. So if we apply phone number as a unique key, so this will ensure that the accuracy, right? Yes or no? A person will have only like only one account with that one mobile number, and person will be like accurate, right? The data is accurate, not the false data, and it's reliable also. Reliability of the data in the table. Okay, so constraint is used to limit type of data that can go into the table. Constraint will ensure accuracy and reliability of the data in the table. So what are the constraints we have? We have constraint is not null, unique, okay, primary key, foreign key, okay. Basic, simple, these are, if you know, it is enough. Okay, there are some more also. We will not complicate for now. Okay, basic, you should know these constraints. Fine, able to understand now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
now these are some set of things, basic things about a database. So now we will see how to retrieve the data. Okay, so whatever is data, data is created. Okay, data is created with these rules and this relation. Okay, relations are created with this primary key, foreign key, and the data is created by the database developers. Now in the testing, what we do in the database testing, we always write SQL queries. Okay, so now we will see about SQL queries. So what we do in the database testing, we write SQL query. What is SQL query? Structured query language. SQL is structured query language. Okay, so which is different, right? Java is a programming language. We know Java syntax is, we write everything in a class, and entirely it is different. Now structured query language is little different. Okay, so first we will try to understand basics about SQL. Okay, okay, yes. Yes, okay, can we proceed?
Yes.
Basic things are fine.
Yes.
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 Okay, SQL is a structured query language used for manipulation. Manipulation means update, delete, some calculations, like you have to
Structured
maintain the
activities.
data. Okay, so in order to maintain a data, like a customer is there, his mobile number is changed or his email ID is changed, the person will update, right? In the UI he will update, so that will be stored in the database. So we have to allow him to update. So that how that updates happen, that all happens with this SQL query. Okay, so now this is about database is about storing the data, but how we are going to retrieve or how we are going to update, how we are going to delete, we are going to delete or work with this with the SQL queries. Database is about storing the data, maintaining the data with proper rules, means constraints, maintaining the data with primary key, foreign key, the relation and unique data is storing. That's it. Database is about storing the data. But now the question about how to store that data, like how we are going to update that data in the tables, how we are going to create this data also. We have to create an entry in the order table. That entry is created using this SQL, that entries are updated using this SQL language. Okay, so now this SQL is used for manipulating and retrieving. Retrieving means taking. Okay, in like we have to get the output data in the databases. Okay, SQL is used for like creating, updating, deleting, retrieving, manipulation. These all things we can perform using this SQL language. Now we will see about SQL more. Okay, so how we use SQL, there are some applications that we can use MySQL. Okay, we can use SQL server, we can use Oracle. Okay, Sysbase, there are Postgres, some of the databases available. Okay, so now as a testing team member, what we write this queries we will see. Okay, so creating is done with the create command. Okay, and update is done with update command, delete is done with delete command. But as a QA we never delete or never going to create the database. Database is created, we are going to retrieve using the select statement. What is select? Select is a statement used to get the data, means retrieve the data. Okay, get the data from the database. Now I'll write a one select query. Okay, select star from user. Okay, user is a table we have, select star from user. Okay, SQL is not case sensitive, you write select star. Okay, from user is same, this is also same. Okay, but everyone generally use capital. Okay, people will write the queries in the capital. Okay, fine. It is not case sensitive. Java is case sensitive, but SQL is not case sensitive. Okay, you write user also will give the output. If you write user also will give the output. If you write user, this will also give you the correct output. Okay, now in the user table, see what we have, three rows we have, one, two, three, four, five columns we have. Okay, star meaning is all data. Like star meaning is you have three rows and five columns. Okay, five columns, all data will be given in the output. We get all data, like all rows and all columns. Okay, star meaning is everything. What is the meaning of star? Okay, star meaning is everything. Okay, all rows and all columns. All rows
Complete
and
data.
all columns. Okay, yes, clear.
Yes, Priya.
Select is a statement to get the data. Like the table has data. We know that this is the data we have. So in the output, what it will print? It will print this data. Okay, we get output with this data. Okay, we get output. What we get the output? So entire this table will be printed. Okay, in the output, entire this table will be printed. Okay, with entire data like column names, also the rows. If you have 100 rows, 100 rows will be printed with this one line. Okay, select star from table name. What is the syntax? Syntax is, okay, syntax of a select statement is select star from table name. Okay, it may be any table. So now can you write for a order table select star from order and get the order data completely? How to write? Tell me. This is the syntax. Okay. Okay.
Select
Select star from order.
from order table.
Table is not needed. That keyword. Select star from order.
Order.
Okay. So now select star from order. Okay. That will give the order data. Okay. Fine. So star means everything, all the rows and all the columns we are able to get. Okay. Suppose we want to select particular column only. We can write that way also. We can write select username from user. So this time we get only the username. Okay. What is the column name we have? Username is a column name. So only username will be printed, not the user ID, not the mobile number, not email or address, nothing. Only username. Okay. If you want username and address, you will give comma address. Only username with address we get. Okay. Only username and address. We will see the practicals. Now, Harry, you understand. Okay. We will see the practicals. Okay. Fine. What will be the output here?
The usernames and the address of the
Username
users
and
will be presented.
address.
And address.
Will be written.
Yes. Username of a user we have. We have three users.
Kavita.
Okay, Kavita, Likita, user one in the same order. Okay,
Yeah.
and
User
the
one
address
consent.
ABC, ABC, ABC. Yes, correct. Okay, we have, okay, user one. Okay, Kavita and Likita.
Likita.
As it is, we get. Yes, correct. And also the address is ABC. We have an ABC. We have this address as a maybe something. Okay, so only we want username and address, so we are using the select with specific columns. We are able to get this.
We need to add star also, right, Priya?
No, star not needed now.
Not needed.
No,
Okay.
not needed.
Star
Star
is
means
for the
everything.
whole. Yeah, for the whole count.
Yes,
Complete
star is
data.
for all the data, so we will not write star now. Star meaning will change, then everything will change.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now, what if I want to find a user whose address is ABC, like the person who is living in ABC city? We can get. Okay. How to find a data of like all the rows we want, but particular to ABC city. Okay. ABC address. Particular to ABC address. See what is the data. What we should get output here. We should get output of user IDs 101, 102 only because they have city or they have address as ABC, right? This is
Yes.
address actually, right?
Yes.
The last
Yes.
column
Yes,
is address.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
101, 102 we should get.
Yeah.
Now, how to write that we will see. Now, we want all the rows. So we will write select star from user. Okay. But we want condition, right? Where address equals to ABC. Okay. We want the user data of all the columns, but rows we want only with the address as a ABC. Okay, this is how we can limit. So column limit we can do instead of like right star we have to give column name, so particular column name is displayed, column data is displayed. Suppose we want particular rows only particular rows we can write where condition, particular column we want, so we have to write it in the select. Make a note of this, okay? You are having any confusion? So if you want to limit a data in the columns, then you will use the column names in the select query, particular column names instead of star. Star means all the rows, all the columns, okay? But particular columns when we want, we use select column name 1 comma column name 2 comma column name 3 from a table name. But when we want particular rows, we write where condition. Okay, whenever the condition is this is true, you have to give the output.
Can we
Make a
write
note.
if at the place of where? Can we write if?
If no, we cannot write. So this is the syntax. This is the syntax of SQL. So what SQL syntax is? Select. Okay, you can write column names also. Now we want to limit both, like username of address ABC also we can write. Okay, so username from, okay, the table you write user where address equals to ABC. You can write this also. This is also fine. So what is the syntax of this? Syntax I will write. Okay. Select column name 1 comma column name 2, okay, column name dash dash goes on. Okay, how many columns you want, that many you can write. You can write where condition, only where it is allowed, okay, nothing else. Okay, where, if, else, that is not allowed. Okay, where we write column name again, address is a column name. Okay, you have to write column name equals to and some value here.
Do we need to write from as well, right? From the user table name?
That is also needed. Yes, from the table name. Yes, table name, correct. Okay, I missed it. Yes. Okay, from the table name, then where condition. Okay, correct. You are right. Make a note of this. Okay, everyone, whenever you are joining a session, make the notes. Okay, this will help you a lot in terms of interview preparation, revision. All the concepts are new, you may forget after few days. So that is a tendency, human tendency to forget the concepts, and if we learn more and more concepts, the previous concepts we may forget. So make a note of all the concepts that we learn. So whenever we are learning something, have that student attitude. Okay, so I'm a student, I'm not a working professional. Okay, you are not working professional. You should have that feeling, okay, I'm a student. Let me take the notes and prepare it, and then we will remember it. And that learning will be very easy, smooth. Okay, you will remember also more if you make notes. Okay, everyone make a note now. So now we will see practicals on this. This is about the basics of SQL and database. Okay, the basic concepts. Now we will write all the practical queries, majorly like the queries how we write. Okay, fine. Make a note
Yes.
of this. I'll give 2 minutes, everyone. Okay, so you can make a note. This everything from the beginning. You already did, guys. Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
we did.
yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes. So this fine. So we will give 2 minutes for others who has not done, and we will see the practicals now. Okay. So I'll wait here for 2 minutes. Okay. You can take a break, guys. Okay. We will take a break for 5 minutes, and we will again continue after 5 minutes. The timer. Okay. We will keep this timer on. Where is this? Okay.
Here, don't we have to give a semicolon at the end of the query?
Yes, we have to give. Yes. Yes, we have to give the semicolon. Okay. The semicolon is needed. Okay. Yes. Hi everyone, everyone back?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, okay, good. So, SQL we will see some of the practicals, okay, W3 tools SQL practice. Now, you can install MySQL, okay, all those things also. Even you do not install, we have online editors where we can practice, okay. So go to this site, you will get the details, okay. Now we will see some of the practicals on this select statement. Okay, why we are learning more on a select statement? There are other statements also. We have create, okay, we have insert into, but as a QA we will never create a data or we will never delete a data. So we always have to compare a data or check the data is available or there is the data is available, or what is the data available, we are getting the same data displayed on the UI. So we majorly work with SQL statements. Okay, now we will see more on a SQL statements. Okay, see the SQL statement syntax is select column names, column 1, column 2, dash 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 from a table name. So we are able to get the particular column data. Star meaning is we will get all the rows, all the columns. Okay, so this they have given a proper database that is already created. So let us understand what database they have. The database is created using the customer ID, customer name, customer contact name, okay, the nickname or the person name, and address, city, postal code, and country. Okay, this is the data of a particular user. Now, this table is available. Now we will write a queries. Okay, this table is available. Fine. Now we will see writing the query. So this we will open in a new tab and we will write the queries. See now if what is the table name? Table name is customers. Okay. So as it is we will write select. I will write select star from customers. Now tell me what will be the output here.
The entire rows and columns of the customer table.
Correct. Run SQL query. So it is executed. Okay. It is executed. So this table has 91 rows. Okay. Customer ID, customer name, contact name, address, and all the columns are available and all the rows are also available. Like 91 rows are available. The all data is available. Okay. Simple. Select star is very good. Now I want a customer names, ID, column name, all the columns, but whose country is Mexico. Okay, so we want the people from the Mexico. We want the list of people from the Mexico. How to get that? Anyone?
Where country is equals to Mexico.
Yes, correct. Country equals to, in the single quote we have to provide a value. I copied, so let me paste it, then run the query. So see, we have only 5 number of records and country is Mexico only. We are able to get this output. So now what is a where clause? Where clause is used to limit the number of records in the output based on the particular condition. Okay. So where clause is used to limit based on a particular condition. Fine. Now can you write the statement with okay, we will write another condition now. Run this, select star. So we want customers from the city London. Can you write everyone? Okay, write it everyone. So we want customers from the city London. Okay, we have output. Okay, yes, Kavita, correct. Others, only reply to me. Okay, only reply to me. Okay,
Can you repeat the question one more time? Sorry, I missed.
okay. So, okay, we have to find the customers from the city as in London. Okay, the customers we want, customers from city as London. Okay, who has city? We want people from that city. Okay, because we have some special offer in that city, maybe, and we want to get that and notify them. Okay, this is the offer we have, and we want to record. We want to get the records, right? We have to send a SMS, maybe we have to market, we have to give this information to them. So particular city we are running with some offers and we want to notify. How we will get the list first? We have to get the list first, right? Then those things can be done. Okay. Suppose in the city we have a new branch, we are opening a new branch and then we have to notify to them. So we need a list of. So these kind of data we need in terms of, right, this data we need to provide information or perform some. Now, okay. Now we have some answers. Okay, fine. Gopi correct. Vanilla correct. Okay. Okay, correct. See, so on this page only we have get your own SQL server also. You can install. Okay, guys. So you can click on it, install SQL server. Okay. You can do the practicals or you can do practicals on this environment also. Is fine. Okay.
Yeah, I have a question here. Uh,
Sorry, question. Any
I have a que-
question?
yeah, I have a question here.
Yeah,
Uh,
tell me.
like after the London, we have to put the semicolon too or not?
Yes, we have to, but it is not mandatory. It is working. Okay, here it is
Okay.
showing error, but we have to put a semicolon. Okay. Okay, this is not the correct actually. So we have to write select star from customers. Okay. Yes. Semicolon is not mandatory here in this. In the SQL server, it is mandatory. You have to give the semicolon.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Here output is same.
Do we need to
Yes.
download?
No, no, not now. You want, you can download. Okay, I'm just providing this on you. Okay, you can download, you can do more practice, you can see, but it will be little complex. Do not go into that. We always write SQL query. Okay, so just practice
Prac.
in this environment, it will be done. Okay, more or less, you will be able to get understand clear interview also. Good. Okay.
So as a tester, we have to get a knowledge about the SQL as well.
Not in detail. Do not go in lot of details. SQL is
Okay.
very like, vast in terms
Yeah, that's
of
what do we need to know
not
about the outer joins, inner joins, and everything, or
no. Yeah,
basic?
joins we should know. Joins I'll
Okay.
cover.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And basic of subqueries you know. Okay. Basic, like two tables there are there, okay?
The relationships, like how do we connect?
Right. How do we connect two tables? Okay, that is for a join of a two tables. That is fine. Subquery also for a two queries, like inner
Yeah.
query, outer query, and that is working with two tables. That is sufficient. Okay. DDL, DML,
Mm-hmm.
DML, the
Yeah.
difference, those
Okay.
things are sufficient. Okay, so tomorrow we
No.
will cover this advanced concepts. Today we will see basic topics, and tomorrow we will see these advanced topics. We are good with SQL. You will be enough like this. You will be able to sufficient, and like you will be able to clear interviews also, give information that yes, I know the SQL, I have done the database testing also, write it in CV also that I know MySql and database, and tell in the
Yes.
interview also like I know SQL as a QA, I worked on these topics, I know these all things. That is sufficient. Okay, so I'll
Okay.
cover what is needed, what questions will come. So joins will come in the interviews. Okay, two table joins you should know, and subquery, two tables, or how you get a max of salary, how you get a min of salary, or max of min of such things we will get. So all those complex things we will see tomorrow. Today we will just cover very basic things. Okay. Okay, fine. So everyone is able to write a where condition is fine. Now I want only the like only the contact name of a customer from the city London. Okay, how we will write? From a city equals to London we have to write, but we want only and only contact name. Only one column from that city. Okay, write it. Okay.
Priya? Hi, Priya.
Yeah.
I just joined, so I'm out, so I couldn't join properly. I need the recorded session, today itself, Priya, so that I can cope up with you guys at least from Monday.
Okay, okay. So this is a weekend batch. So in the weekend batch, we are covering database. So next topic will be on the next Saturday, like today and tomorrow. If you see
Okay.
today only the recording, well and good. If not, you have 1 week time to see. Okay.
Okay, just send me the previous recording sessions also. I will finish it.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Good. I'll send.
How to contact you?
Okay. Okay. Fine. So you have any other questions, Anita?
That's what. How to contact you because I couldn't, I didn't get even a single recorded session. That's what.
Okay. Fine. What I will do
I
is.
already pinged my, email ID.
Okay, yeah, yeah. You gave Anita, yes, right. Okay. I noted that, but it's already the group is created. So,
Okay.
okay. So, what is?
If you have any WhatsApp group also, let me join.
No, actually, we do not have. Okay.
Okay.
I'll share my number. Okay, do not worry. I'll give you
Okay.
that. Fine. So, can we move to next topic?
Sure.
Okay, yes. So we will see joins and these things, okay, in the next class. For now, we will cover this. Now, answer to this only is we will write this as a column name, select the contact name from a customers, okay, and run a query. So we are not getting result. See here, the city we have to give it London. We gave a mistake. Yes, we are getting 6. Like these are the people who are from a city. Okay. So we can limit the data like this. Otherwise, star will give all the data. Okay. Fine. In this, we have some other tables also. We have category table. Okay, see the category table has category ID, name, description. Like it is same supplier, shipper, online platform. So they have categories and soft drinks are this in this category. Okay. Then employees. So employee table has employee ID, last name, first name, date of birth, photo and notes. See, now tell me what is the column primary key in this employee table? Can you tell me by looking at it? What might be the primary key here in the employee table?
Employee
Last
ID.
name,
Employee
first name.
ID. ID, the employee
Employee
ID.
ID will be the primary key,
Okay.
yes. Always employee ID, like ID something, ID is there means it's a primary key because that will be unique. Okay, in the product table. See what might be the primary key here.
Product
Product
ID.
ID.
Product
Product
ID.
ID.
Correct. Product ID is a primary key. Now supplier ID and category ID are foreign keys.
Foreign keys.
Foreign key.
Yes. Now, supplier is available in the supplier table. So, see, supplier ID is primary key of a supplier ID table. Okay. So, these are the different suppliers they have in the platform. Okay. Supplier ID is primary key for supplier table. Yes.
Yes.
And this table
Yes.
doesn't have any foreign key, which is also okay. It is not mandatory that table should have a foreign key. Now in the shipper also, see there is a shipper ID which is a primary key of shipper table. Okay, in the products we have two foreign keys, which is a relation is created between that all tables. Fine. Now we will write some queries on the shipper. Some queries. Okay. So now we want to know the shippers from Tokyo. How to get shipper? No, it's a supplier. Okay. How we want to know the suppliers? Okay, this bracket is not needed. Where city equals to Tokyo. So we get the result. Okay, there is only one supplier from this city, and this is Tokyo Traders. They are the suppliers. Fine. Now, see, now if I want to go to product table and see that what are the products this supplier is providing, tell me how we will go. My
The
question is,
question.
let me repeat. What are the products which are which are delivered by the supplier ID 4, which is Tokyo Traders. Okay, the city from Tokyo, he is a supplier ID. Like, what are the products we want to get? Okay, this is my question.
So we need to have to look for the product ID, product details.
Yes, I'll go to products table. Okay, so now we have supplier ID. Supplier ID is 4 of the Tokyo. Now I have to write condition select star from products where supplier ID is
Supplier ID is equals
ID
to
is
4.
equal to 4.
Yes, if the four, then we get. Okay. So these are the products that supplier is providing. Okay. What are the products? Some. Okay. Some list of products they are providing, and this is the price of it. Right? How we are able to understand data? We have to understand, right? So now today everyone look at the data. Okay, what they are storing, how the relations are created. Okay, how these tables are created, what is the data, like this, write a queries and try to understand. So tomorrow when we see joins, you will have lot a good understanding about the data. First of all, you have to understand the data, then we will write the queries, get familiar with the tables. Okay. Yes. So what is the product table contains if I remove condition?
Okay.
Product
Product
table
ID,
contains, tell me,
product
yes.
ID, product name,
Product
Yes,
ID,
supplier ID,
product name, product details,
yes,
supplier
price
ID,
also.
category
price.
ID, unit
Supplier
and
ID,
price.
category ID.
And most important is who is the supplier of this product? What is the
Right?
category of this product?
This product, the numbers,
Right?
the ID.
What is the category of this product is also available. Now, what is the category table? Go to category table. Now, understand what are the categories now we have. So, we have beverages as a category, that is category 1. Okay, go to the products. So, now category 1 is it's a beverage category, right?
Beverages.
So, what
Yeah.
are the items? What are the products of the category 1? If I write,
So
where, okay,
supplier ID,
where category equals to
category ID is equal to 1.
Good.
1, I will write. So what does it mean? What does it mean if I run this query? To 12
You
we
will
have
get all
got.
Yeah.
category
It
ID. So
meaning is all are beverages and they are bottles, right? See the
right.
packaging also in the bottles, right? And the price is also, see the prices also we are able to understand. Okay, so there are some this category beverage category items and the price range is this. Okay, so like this, understand the data. So spend some time today, everyone, and try out these all tables and data you have to understand. So tomorrow we will write joins about it. Okay, so now I'm going to that table, looking at this ID, and then we are writing the condition as one. But we will write one query with the joins, which is in a one join we will get data from the two tables. That is joins. Okay. Fine. Now, some more things we will see. Now, I want the item which is of highest price. Okay, now in this query only, which is category 1, which is a beverage, in the beverage category, I want a item which is of highest price. Okay, so we have method max. Okay, so what is a max? We have max, we have a method, we have to write price. Okay, max of price, star we don't want. Okay, so select max of price from this products table where category is 1. Okay, and run. See, 263 is the maximum price, like the highest price of a one beverage. Okay, yes. Even if you remove this is also fine. Okay, just I want to know a product which is of highest price. Okay, which is also same, that is also same. Okay, now if you want to minimum, right, find a minimum price item in the products table. There is the product is with minimum price is 2.5. Okay, so it will be this is the lowest price item. Now I want to find a average, AVG, average of a price in the entire. So average of all the prices is 28. How the average is calculated? Addition of all the items and divided by the total number of items. Okay, count of all the items and divide by total number of items. That is the average price is given. These functions are called aggregate functions. Okay, what these functions are called? Aggregate function. So people will ask you in the interview like what are the aggregate functions? So you can say that min, max, average. Okay. Aggregate functions in SQL. Okay. We have aggregate functions as min, max, abc, which is average. Okay. So we have count also. Count is I'll show. Count is this min, max, average is clear to all of you.
Yes.
Yes, simple. Now I want to count the total number of rows only. Just I want to count the total number of rows. Okay, we have star. Star is total number of rows we get, right? So you can write count. Count of star. It will give the count is 77 means products has 77 rows. See 77 number of records also we have. Okay, so how we write count? Count and in the bracket we write star. So it will give okay. We have okay 77 rows in the table. In the real time we will have hundreds of or thousands of rows, maybe lakhs of rows also in the real time. Okay. Okay. Able to understand?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good. Fine. Okay. Make a note of
Number of columns, how we found how many number of columns are there?
yes guys. How many number of columns? No,
Yes.
no. Columns we don't have a function. Okay. So we have one more function as a sum. Sum is addition of all. So for a price we can use sum. Like it which is countable, we can write sum. Sum is also one of this. So all the product prices sum is 2. Okay. Fine. Yes. So we have some aggregate functions as a count, sum, average, min, max. Okay. Okay. Fine. Now I have some questions. Everyone clear? Can we move to next question answers? Okay.
Okay.
Yes. What is the use of SQL? Now tell me.
It's a
These are
structured
interview
data.
questions. Yes. Tell me.
We can retrieve the data.
Mhm. We can use all the correct
We can
create,
use the
manipulate,
manipulating and
and
retrieving the
retrieve,
data.
update and delete the data.
Yes. To execute a query against a database, we need database against a query means retrieve,
Retrieve,
insert,
update,
Data in
create,
database.
create, and delete.
and select also, and delete also.
Delete.
Delete also, right? Create a new
Mhm.
database also, okay? And create a table also,
Insert a
everything.
table.
And to
Mhm.
perform a complex operations also on the database, okay? So to perform a complex operations on a database also we use SQL, okay? Good. What is primary key? Okay. So I'll write interview questions here so that you have list of also interview questions. Second is what is primary key?
It is a unique
It
key.
uniquely identifies a
Unique
record
key
in the
which is at
table.
Correct. Yes.
it
Identify
cannot
each
be
record
null.
in
Cannot
a
be
table.
null, blank
Record in the
It
table.
cannot be null.
or
Correct.
blank.
It cannot be null. Yes, it
Blank.
cannot be null, empty. Correct. And it cannot be duplicate also. Hmm. Yes, correct. Yes, what is foreign key?
Foreign key is
Tables are
the
related with the
relationship with the other
primary
other
key.
Foreign key
table.
is a secondary key.
Hmm.
This is- which is going to be the primary key in the other table,
Yes, foreign key
second
is
table
primary key in another table and it is used as a reference to create a
reference.
relation between that another table. Correct, foreign key. What is unique
Uniquely
key? Yeah.
specifies
Yes,
column.
Ajay.
Column in table. It cannot be
Hmm.
duplicate.
Provide a
Hmm.
condition,
Column
unique
in table,
conditions.
it
It
cannot
cannot be
duplicate and
duplicate.
not null.
The constraint.
Some
Okay. For
constraint.
understanding,
Yeah,
I said,
constraints.
but in the interview, we will say constraint. Unique key is a
Constraint
constraint, right? So generally, if I say constraint, you will have a question. What is a constraint? Constraint is
to
rule. Okay.
limit the types
Limit
of
the
data
types of data that can be
in the
go
table.
into the table.
Yes. Yes.
That will
Correct.
ensure accuracy and reliability.
Correct. Okay. Fine.
And it
Again.
cannot be duplicated.
Yes. Correct. What is database?
Collection of
The
tables in
collection
the
of
form of
tables and
rows
rows,
and columns.
which will store the tables are the one which stores the data in rows and columns.
Correct. So why we use database? Actually, what is the purpose? We have to elaborate answer, guys. Okay, in interview, what we have generally, people will ask one-liner question, but we have to give answer in 6 lines, 10 lines. One-line answer is not sufficient. Remember this. One-line answer is not acceptable for any question because as a professional, like you are going as a software professionals, right? So you are expected to be elaborating that concept at least 5 to 10 lines at least. Okay, something is asked, you cannot just answer in a one line. For now you are a beginner, you are understanding fine, but keep this in mind that we have to answer every topic with advantages, disadvantages, or why we use, or what is the background, or what is features of it. We have to elaborate even though that person is not asking. We have to elaborate, we have to give more details. Okay, kind of we are aware of lot many things, we have to give an impression that we know so many things. Okay, now tell me why we use database, like why is that database is
To
needed,
minimize the
what is
usage of redundancy,
to
Yes.
minimize redundancy.
And
Right.
enforce
And
the data in a
security can
compliant
be
manner.
provided by the data. And
Store the
that means
Yes.
no
database.
one can retrieve the data.
Yes. Easy
No
to
duplicate data.
maintain, also easy to update
Reference
also.
to
Right. It will manage large amount of data also.
Data.
Right. Yes, correct. Very good. Very good. Large amount of data. Yes. Okay. What are aggregate functions?
The aggregate
Max, max,
max
minimum,
min,
min
max, sum,
or
average.
sum
minimum, advance,
count.
to get
These are the
prices
functions in
from
which
the
Count,
we
any
can
table.
max.
minimize the
update, select.
Correct. Not select is not aggregate function.
average, min,
Count,
Account
min,
is
max, sum,
sum.
and average.
The five
Okay, so
aggregate.
these are the aggregate functions. So why we use aggregate functions? What is the use of it?
In order to know the what are the conditions what we can apply for an account in order to get a data according to the requirement.
Okay. Suppose you don't know the answer. Sometimes it happens that we don't know the answer in the interview. What we have to do is example you put it. Okay, so aggregate function is min max. Suppose we want to take a max of a price from the product table, we can use. Don't give definition. If you don't know the definition, just give the example. Okay, this is where I have used, or this is what the use of it. Even you are able to convince that interviewer that okay, you have used it. Maybe just the practice you have done it, but you have to tell it okay, I have worked on this. That will also be good answer. Okay, sometimes it happens. This is a very trick to clear interview. So if you don't know the definition and person is asking what is this, don't recall the definition, don't give that bookish definition answers. Maybe you can just give an answer, the example of it, how you used it, or wherever you have used it, which will be more good answer than the definition. Okay, so now tell me what are aggregate functions.
Max, the aggregate functions are minimum, max, average, count, and sum. So we use this for the sorting of the function as per the requirements. In order, if you had like think about the minimum, you can use it for the minimum. If you wanted to find the price of the minimum, what are the products we have, we can use the minimum. When it comes to the maximum, we can use the maximum price if we want to find the condition as maximum price. So we can use the max as the aggregate function. When it comes to the count, you can use the you can use it when the conditions like when we want to apply the conditions as how many records we have, number of records we have in a table, so we can use the count. And when it comes to the sum, when we wanted to know the condition as what are the sum of um, two orders or concerned order of the data about a particular person. So we can use sum. And when it comes to the average, we can use the average as a condition when we want to know the how much in an average how much money they spend in an for a person as a user in an order.
Okay, so few are correct. Okay, average is, it is to find the average of a data present in the table. Okay, average of the data, average of the product prices available in the table, and count is to get the count of total number of rows. Okay, and it is, there is nothing about sorting. There is no details about a sorting in the aggregate function. Sorting is different. We have not discussed sorting yet. Okay, we can sort also. Yes, Likita. Okay, you also said that sort data. Okay, so just to correct you guys, Sudha and Likita, sorting is not aggregate function. Aggregate function
Sure.
is, okay, it is about a particular column in a table. We can use this for a one column in a table to get max of a column or a minimum price of a column. Max and min will work with the countable things, not with the names or something. Okay, that will be logical, right, to use also. Okay.
Can you
Okay.
repeat that, Priya, once again about the aggregate function? It's about a particular.
Okay. So exact, I'll tell you. Okay, what is
Sure.
aggregate function? Okay. So exact, if you go with the definition, aggregate functions perform a calculation on a set of values and return one single value. Okay. So it uses, like, it will be calculation done on a multiple values, but it returns single value on a one column. Okay. Okay. Now, minimum, what it does, it returns the minimum value from the column that we specify. Okay. Max will return max from a column. Okay, generally give answers in terms of example. Okay, the example also you can explain the table. Okay, consider there is a product table and I'm using aggregate functions on the product table, and product table has price, which is storing the item price. Okay, the product price. So if I write a query min of price from products, it will give minimum value of the product. So we, you can explain, take time, elaborate. Okay, give examples, create an example in front of them, and then explain. So interviewer will already know the concept, but you have to assume that he doesn't know and you are teaching him or you are explaining him. We have to take 5 minutes also is fine, like you explaining one topic taking time is also fine. If you do that way, that is good. Okay, max will return the max from a column. Okay, create a table in front of them. If you are sharing the screen, give the example. Okay, this is a table and it has these columns, and if I'm using aggregate function, this will be the output. Aggregate function will perform a calculation on set of values and will return a one value. Okay, average will perform a, like, average will calculate the average of a column. Okay, sum is addition of all the values in that column. So aggregate function is for all. Okay, in that column all it will take. You cannot limit. Like whatever is your query, it will take in that query everything. So if you write where condition and particular city, so it will take all the rows of that. Okay. Okay. So now we will see the sorting also, very simple. Suppose we have this select star from products and we want to sort with the product name. Okay, I want to sort, we have to use order by product name, ascending order is ASC. So now see the product name A starting with A is available. So product IDs are not in a sequence, but product names are in the order. Okay. Order by is used to sort the output. Okay. Select query output is sorted using the order by clause. Okay. So order by is a clause. With this we can order. So ascending order is ASC, descending order is DESC. DESC if I put, and if we click on run SQL, see now the product name is Z. First is Z. Okay, descending order it is sorted. Okay, so now interview question we get how to sort the items with ascending order, or in ascending order how to sort, or how to sort in the descending order. What will be the answer?
By using order by, we can
Hmm.
use the we can use the order. We can use the order by using the select statement.
Yes, in the select statement, we can use order by to sort the items based on a particular column. Okay, and ascending order we use ASC. For a descending order, we use DESC. We cannot use both at a time. Okay, we have to give one at a time. Okay, so now I'll sort with the descending order for a product name. Suppose we want to order with the price also, we can do that. We can order with any column. Now with the price we have ordered, highest price is the first, then the lowest, like this we have the order. Okay. Now write a query to sort the products in the ascending order based on the price column. Okay, write a query to sort the output in the ascending order based on a price. Yes.
Can we give any price, Priya, or you want to mention any price?
Sorry.
You said, can you repeat the question one more time?
Okay. Okay. Sort the data in ascending order for a price column. Okay, for the table products. Okay, so for a products table you have to sort the data in the ascending order. What is this? Yes, so sort. Okay. Just able to understand. Okay. Able to understand, guys? Good. Okay. So today, everyone practice on similar statements. Okay, for this, all the tables understand very well. Okay, you have to understand table also. What is order detail table? Order detail storing order ID, product ID, and quantity. Then there is a order table which is separate. So they are also storing the order ID, customer ID means who placed the order. Okay, employee id, who, which employee handled that order. Okay, shipper is who shipped that item. Yes. So this is how the data is stored in the databases, how the complex projects we see, how the data is available to an end user, what is required. Only they show the data which is required for the user. Everything will be calculated back behind the scenes. Amazon has so many complex features, right? There is a distributor, there are other people who are like maybe delivery, or maybe the store people and the Amazon people, Amazon employees, end users, and the orders, everything. So how that is, the tracking is done. We only get to see the orders that we place, the order cost is calculated. Okay, which shipper is providing at what cost, what are the offers, how they display. So there is a lot of calculations involved. So testing will need a lot of understanding. So testing is, we feel like okay, testing is simple, but testing is only simple if you know the data, if you know the application. Otherwise testing is very complex. If you don't know the application, if you don't know the tables or the understanding of application, it is very difficult to test, means impossible to test. Okay, we have to know, then we can test. Okay. And in the SQL interview, generally, the questions are very simple. Only we have to understand what the question is. Then we may have to assume some columns or tables and then write the queries in the interview. Okay. So practice on all the queries that we discussed, the basic queries, basic understanding. Okay. And we will continue tomorrow with some more details. Okay, guys?
Sure.
Tomorrow same timing, Priya.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, same timing. That is at 8:30 p.m. IST.
Okay.
Okay? Yes.
Priya,
Okay,
from
thank
where
you,
did you
Priya.
get this data?
Yes,
Thank
tell
you.
me.
From where we can see this data, the orders, order details? Did you?
Okay, this
Oh, you
link.
did.
Okay, I'll give this. Okay. See, this is the I have. This I was using. In this, if you scroll, try yourself. On this page, you have to click
Mhm.
try yourself. You will get this open.
Yeah.
Now you can run your queries and get the run query, get the output. It is very
Mm,
good for understanding. Okay.
yeah, but I see like the customer name and city, but I didn't see the order details. That's the reason I'm asking inside here.
Order details, see in right side you are able to see database,
Right
orders
side.
table. Okay. Here
Oh, yeah.
on the
Okay.
screen,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we have customers table, we have categories table,
Yeah.
we have employees
Categories.
table,
Okay.
okay,
Okay. Yeah.
orders
Got it.
table, then we have products table. So
Mm-hmm.
just click on this, we get products data,
Sure. Sure.
everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now
So
I understand.
database is
Thank you, sir.
collection of tables, right?
Yes.
Database has number of tables.
Number one. Yeah.
So here are the number of tables. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Priya.
Yes, welcome guys. Happy to help. Thank you. Any other
Mm.
Thank
questions?
you, Priya.
Priya,
Yeah, tell me.
hi Priya. Yeah, how
Yeah.
to get recording? Because yesterday you told to go on and learning, right? So I create a
Mm-hmm.
account and everything, but it is not showing nothing.
Yes, yes, you will get it today. Today or tomorrow, you will get it. Okay. So that is in progress in that. So we are creating courses. So yes,
I think the approval has to be done, right? Yeah, that's all.
yes, yes, that is
Yeah.
pending, guys. So our guys were on leave today. So we will
Okay.
do it tomorrow. Yeah.
So till then, can we get on a mail ID the recordings so we can
Yes,
cover
yes.
it
Yes, yes. Today's recording you will get on a mail ID. Okay. Yes,
today,
I'll send
today
it
and
now.
yesterday, March 17? I didn't get it.
Okay, Swati, I'll send you. Today I'll send. I'll make a note. Recording is, yes, very big task actually that is becoming delayed. So everyone I'll send today 17 and 18 March. Any other questions, guys, related to topic? No? No questions?
Clear.
Clear, clear from me. No doubts.
Okay. Good. Okay. So now practice on this. Spend some time on a practice, guys. Okay. Now it looks very simple, but if someone starts asking question, it get difficult. Okay. It feels simple for now, but we have to remember. So to remember, a little practice we have to do. Okay. Okay. Yes. Database is simple, guys. In Selenium or by this, it looks bit simple, right? Yes, you guys are also feeling that?
Yes, if you know the syntax, then it will be very easy.
Hmm, right, correct, correct. Yes, okay. Okay, guys, thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, Priya.
Bye.
Thank you, Priya.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thank
Priya.
you.
Yeah, bye, guys.
Thank you, Priya.
Yeah, thank you, guys.